I want to focus just for a minute on as best I am able. This is a whole practice in itself. As was mentioned in the introduction, we are strivers, we are accomplishers. And we measure, we judge, compare, and fix in relation to that accomplishing. And as a result, we have a kind of distorted experience of our own lives. So as best I am able, moves us from that judging mind, that measuring to some what imagined result we should have, that if we're good enough, or if we're whatever it may be, that imagined result that we are striving against, versus this inner attitude of being in the experience of our relatedness, and we are there within that relatedness. It's best we're able. The best as we're able ties into the series of three attitudes that's part of this practice. One is the recognition of our natural humility, that we are that there's a natural humility in us when the ego's not defining all of that, and that humility is well deserved, because the task of staying alive, of manifesting according to our values, is so large, and there's so many complications, that anything other than humility is hubris, really is hubris. And then the second of these qualities that we are cultivating is that of an inner dignity. We unlike other animals, we because of our self-reflective nature, we can lose our own sense of natural dignity. It's an innate dignity, and it can be felt. This practice brings that forward, this innate dignity. And as best I am able, it's got humility in it, but it's also got this dignity. I'm doing as best I am able, and that is worthy. My worthiness is expressed in my value of as best I am able, rather than my values based on resulting. And then the third of these three attributes that are being cultivated is that of integrity. I use these qualities of humility and inner dignity to keep my integrity. So I'm not fooling myself in practice, but I'm also not letting myself fall into judging, comparing, and fixing mind. That's my integrity of my practice. And that integrity, and please hear this, that integrity is how we let loose of grasping. The humility and the dignity, and then the integrity with the cutting edge, allows us to let loose of grasping mind, of clinging mind, that the Buddha is instructing. Those attitudes coming from the renunciations, that allows us, that creates over and over again little small times we let loose in that way. This is so empowering to your practice. We don't have the support of simplified life. We live complicated lives. We've got all these obligations. We've got all this wanting and guilt and feeling around our obligations. It's very complex lives we live, and this simplifies. This is a way that brings us back to the immediacy of our experience, rather than all of the constructs that we create in our head. So really, the importance of as best I am able, and you will discover it more and more the longer we go on.